Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Virginia Killmore, and welcome to my studio. Can you believe it's Wednesday, Christmas week? I can't believe it. It's been just a crazy whirlwind week. I'm so glad I taped this on Sunday so that I have some time to focus on family and friends. Today, I'd like to share with you some beautiful cards that were sent to me, as well as this beautiful card from the new Occasions catalog coming in a little over a week. I've been making things from this catalog now for almost a month and enjoying it, and I'm so excited to share it with you. Today's card is called Dandy Garden, and so let's get started. Isn't this a pretty card? I love the Dragonfly. I'm going to walk you through a lot of this card because this is a card I did for a swap. I have been making cards now for over a month using a lot of the new things from the catalog. It's one of the benefits of being a demonstrator. I hope you enjoyed yesterday Coffee and Cards and made lots of tags for your gifts for this week. We had lots of fun. But today, before we start, I want to share with you some of the beautiful cards I've been receiving from many of you. This is a card from Ann Wilburn. I love the shimmery paper. I don't know if she used a special technique to get it or she just got the shimmery paper, but I recognize this stamp set as well as these cutouts. This is a card from April. April, my friend, who did a very simple but elegant card. I don't know if you can see the texture in here. It's the forest texture. It's so pretty with the white and the silver, and then the poinsettias just cut out. Very nice card. Thanks, April. And then this is from my friend Laura, who used this stamp set will be carrying over, but she used some of the designer series paper that came with this stamp set, and I can't remember the name of it right now. I think I've showed you this card before. This is my friend Cheryl, and I know she struggled with how to put it together. She tried several things. I think she did a great job, and I especially love the little bit of sparkle in here. And last is my friend Monica, who sent me this beautiful Career Knives looking card that she made using that paper. This paper is still available, and you should grab it up because it'll be gone shortly. I've had that paper for 2 seasons now. I love it. So the Dandy Garden Suite is what I purchased. I purchased everything. I got paper, I got ribbon, I got the punch, the stamp set, all kinds of great stuff. And what I like about this card is it features a different sentiment. So you can make 10 of these cards and have 10 different sentiments that would look differently, because I use something called Many Messages stamp set, and what it is a giant stamp set. See how big it is? And you mount it in your stamparatus. See, I have it mounted, and what I did was I stamped on my background paper, then I took my cutter and cut out one set of these, and then brought it back, the cutout, aligned it, and put all my little pieces back in here, inked it up, and then stamped it with Memento ink. And that allowed me to have lots of options of sentiments. I have a few left here. I've used quite a few already. But see all the sentiments I have sitting around? I can just go in my little pile and pick one out depending on what I need it for. So I could even make this card, not put a sentiment on it, and then I need a card real quick, pull it out. So to make this card, I started with a base of Mossy Meadow cardstock scored at 4 1/4, and then I'm going to put a piece of Whisper white cardstock in here that is 4 by 5 1/4. That's for my sentiment. When you have dark cardstock like this, it's nice. It's also nice to also stamp in here, and I probably should have done that beforehand, but I can still do it now. I'm going to stamp the Dragonfly, and I'll show you how I got this Dragonfly that's all ready to go. You won't, so I'm going to ink that up and just stamp right in here. And now the wings are stamped in another color. I think I'm going to stamp in Blackberry Bliss. I hope I'm not sorry about that, but I'm going to get the wings out. The wings are strange. Everyone asks, why isn't there two sides to the wings? Well, it's designed to look kind of not perfect. Remember, perfection is our biggest enemy. So I'm going to stamp off once off of here, and then I'm going to lightly stamp on there. And the idea is not to get it on there perfectly, which I definitely did that. Did a little better on that one, but it sort of gives it a handmade quality. And I did that, of course, in Bumblebee ink. And then, of course, I punched it out using this punch. I love the punch. So I now have my stamped piece because I did this ahead of time. I would take a piece that's 3.5 by 3.5 that's Bumblebee, and then glue a piece that's 3 by 3 designer series paper to it. And then I'm going to put it on here. But before I do that, I need to attach this piece, which is a coordinating piece of designer series paper. I could use that side, but I don't like it. And I'm going to take a piece of this ribbon. It's braided Mossy Meadow ribbon, and just tie a square knot. My little technique that I always love to use. And because this is centered, I'm going to go ahead and just cut it right down the middle. And it's a little trickier on a piece of designer series paper because it's delicate. So you want to really be careful and make sure you fold it over nicely before you attach it. And I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and put a piece right in the middle so that I can put it right down as soon as I get it the way I like it. So I'm going to actually fold it over and not pull so much, because, you know, with cardstock you can pull a little bit. But with this, if you pull too much, you might actually end up damaging it. And I'm going to put this right on down here. Okay. So last step now is to put some dimensionals on here, which I've done. I made a dozen of these. So I had one left over and I thought, oh, I'll share this with you guys. And this is why I hate the tape, because I put it on crooked. And I don't always notice those things when I use tape for some reason. I notice them real well with glue. Let's see if I can lift that up. There we go. That's a lot better. Still not perfect, but a lot better. And I'm going to place this on here like that. And my Dragonfly is going to go on with one dimensional. I think he's going to be smelling the flower. And the last step is the ladybug. I don't know if you saw how adorable these little ladybugs are that come. They're little gems that come. And so I'm going to pick that up with a glue dot. Really make sure it's on there good. And then put it down in here, telling someone to open it up to read my very fun message that I sent them. So I hope you enjoyed today's presentation. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve, but I've done these videos ahead of time, and I'm going to be featuring probably my last 2 cards for the year that are Christmas cards. They're very pretty. Oh, I forgot to put a message on there. Let's pick something out. This is the beauty of this. I can pick whatever I like. Oh, I like that. Now, maybe I like that better there. I have so many things that I could pick. And I'm realizing that probably turning him a little bit might make more sense. So I'm going to pick him up and move him. I thought I was done. Yep, that's where that's going to go, is right there. And I'm going to just glue that down. I need this kind of card for someone right now. So you can pick your message based on what you like or need. And that's why I like to make the card, set them aside, and then later on come back and put my sentiment. I hope you enjoyed today, and I hope you check me out tomorrow after the crazy day. Maybe you'll check me out on Friday, which will be Christmas Day, after everything has subsided a little bit. I hope you have a great week and a rest of the day. Get some stamping in. I always think that that makes a day special. Take care. Have a great afternoon.